Amounts that big. I like to use giant inflatable swimming pools stacked in my sunroom.
Outstanding!
2x2 top prize odds, 1 in 105,000.
Breathe easier inside your home with Bryant. Eliminate allergens and odors and control humidity too. For a breath of fresh air, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first.
That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lake forecast for today, we'll see mainly cloudy skies, but it will be mild. We'll see an afternoon high around 61. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies continuing, a low around 39. And tomorrow, rain likely, especially in the afternoon. We'll see an afternoon high around 57. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win two, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
This is a presentation of the 2024 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State basketball broadcasts are presented by Union Bank and Trust, Southeast Community College, Platte Valley Equipment, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Wingstop, Sand Hills Global, Roofing Service Company, High Electric, Eustis Body Shop, the Nebraska Army National Guard, Pizza Ranch, Members Own Credit Union, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Sunbelt Rentals, Acres, Ep Concrete, Doane University, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, and Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Now, calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
Welcome into Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's week 2, and we're getting rolling here in less than 10 minutes with the Class D2 Boys State Tournament right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Good morning, folks. Nick Sainert joining you from Pinnacle Bank Arena as we get ready for the number 1 seed in Class D2, the Shelton Bulldogs, going up against the 8 seed, the 17-7 Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. This one's going to be a good one. Obviously, maybe seed-wise, not so much, as Shelton comes in as the tournament favorite at 23-1, and they're deadly. They have guys that can hurt you all over the floor. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs and head coach Will Rutzel is going to be number 23, a 6'3" senior guard, Ashton Simmons, averaging a little over 22 points per game. But then if he's even having an off night, they can turn to Riley Bombeck. Bombeck, a 6'3" senior guard as well, averaging over 19 points per game. For the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers, no stranger to the state tournament. They've been here not necessarily recently, but they had a run. They haven't been in the state tournament since 2021. Their last title was in 2016, but runners-up in 2020. Like I mentioned, they've had that streak of runner-up back in 2005, 2008, 2009, 2015. They've won multiple state titles at not just the D2 level, but also the D1 level. And then way back in the 40s, they won actually in Class B action. They won a couple Class B titles back in the early 1940s. But here we are, just a couple of minutes away from the Shelton Bulldogs and the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. It's going to be a good day of basketball, day 1 quarterfinal action on the ticket as we have the Shelton Bulldogs against the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. Then at 10:45 approximately, the Why Not Blue Devils against the St. Mary's Cardinals. But then it's time, after a little bit of an extended break after that, to turn our attention to Class A, as there's a 4 really, really intriguing matchups in Class A, and all of them going to be right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Number 1 Bellevue West starts off against Creighton Prep at 1:30. Then that's followed up by 4 seed Omaha North against Omaha Central, who's the 5 seed. Then at 6 p.m., you have number 2 Millard North going up against number 7 Gretna. And in the nightcap, Lincoln Southeast, the lone capital city team to make the Class A state tournament. The 6 seed Knights will face off against the number 3 seed, the Omaha West Side Warriors. So really, really good slate of games in the coming hours. Jay Foreman will join me for the next game, as according to Jay Foreman. And so once again, it's the Shelton Bulldogs against the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers coming up in a very short amount of time. We'll step aside, and when we return, we have starting lineups and tip-off between the Bulldogs and the Flyers coming your way on 93.7 The Ticket. School basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street. Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs. Score big this month at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln and rule the terrain on a Segway Fugelman UT10X. Now is your chance to get into a side-by-side for only $12,000 out the door. That's right, just $12,000. And this bad boy stacks up to all the other name brands. Plus, you get Segway's signature smart commanding system, featuring airlock, drive settings, safety alerts, and more. Hurry in now. Elway Power Sports only has 2 left at this blowout price. Swing by their new 27th and I-80 location or shop their inventory at elwaypslincoln.com.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisonink.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena as we're getting ready for the Class D2 Boys State quarterfinal, as it's the first of 6 games coming your way on the ticket today, this afternoon, and this evening. Our first one from PBA is the Shelton Bulldogs and their 23-1 record going up against the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers and their 17-7 mark here on the season. Let's get rolling with the starting lineups. First for the number 1 seed, the Shelton Bulldogs. Like I mentioned, 23-1 this season. Their lone loss came to Wood River by 10 points, 57-47. Earlier in the season, these two teams have not faced off against each other this year, led by head coach Will Rutzel. 17th state tournament appearance for the Shelton Bulldogs, but they are searching for their first state championship since 1919, on the quest for their first state championship appearance since 1928 as well. Starting 5 for head coach Will Rutzel. Number 10, a 6'2" junior forward averaging 9.5 per game, Benjamin Myers. Number 12, second leading scorer on the Bulldogs roster, a 6'3" senior, Riley Bombeck. Number 22, a 6'2" senior, Gerardo Delgado Romero, averaging 6 points a game and 4 rebounds per contest. Number 23, the leading scorer, averaging 25 points per game, a 6'3" senior, Ashton Simmons. And number 31, a 6'2" senior, the big man listed as the center on the roster, grabbing 6 rebounds per game, Luke Gilming. For the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers, 17-7 on the year. They are led by head coach Eric Kessler. It's their 28th state tournament appearance. Haven't been here since 2021. Starting 5 for the Flyers. Number 4, a 6'1" sophomore, Carson Wessel. Number 14, a 5'10" junior, Devin Baumgart. Number 20, a 6-foot freshman, Ethan Wiesler. Number 22, a 5'10" junior, Mason Geilenkirchen. And number 32, a 5'11" sophomore, Tucker Zarnick. So how about this? Geilenkirchen, last name a pair of brothers on this roster. One's a freshman that's on the bench. One's a junior in the starting lineup. Spelled Geilen Kirchen. Geilen Kirchen. And so he will start. That is Mason, the 5'10 junior. Humphrey St. Francis in the blue uniform, Shelton in their home whites, and the Bulldogs win the tip off. We are as top of the key now, left side. It is Bombeck. Bombeck passes left side, and it's a turnover as it goes out of bounds through the hands of the intended receiver on the left side, and that was Benjamin Myers. And so it's an early turnover here for the Shelton Bulldogs, and we'll see the Flyers' first offensive possession. On the right side, here is Wessel. Wessel spins around, mid-range jumper, fading away, no good. Rebound tipped around, it goes out of bounds to the Shelton Bulldogs. I will say this, I was here for every game for the girls' state tournament last week, and the crowds at the quarterfinal obviously a little lighter than at the state championship games, as we have a missed layup on Shelton's end, and here come the Flyers. And I'll get back to my thought in just a moment, as we'll have another quick turnover as Bombeck dribbles behind the back to avoid the defender, steps through, the reverse layup is good, and Bombeck has the first points in this one. It's 2-0 Bulldogs. Humphrey trying to go, running a little bit on the right side, spinning, kicks it out, 3-ball. Wessel from the right wing, just off back iron, too strong, and the rebound caroms out to Benjamin Myers, who grabs it on the perimeter to Bombeck. Right side, now Simmons. Simmons, the leading scorer, back to Bombeck. Bombeck back to Simmons on the right side. Fakes pass, right side, steps back at the elbow, now into the corner to Bombeck. Bombeck guarded by two Flyer defenders in the far corner. Top of the key, it's Simmons. He'll pop the three from the top, way off to the right, and the rebound goes into the hands of number 4, Carson Wessel, for the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. Wessel now top of the key to Baumgart. Baumgart will slow things down. Back what I was saying, crowds were a little lighter last week. This week, not so much. It feels like it's a really good crowd on hand. St. Francis, accustomed to playing in the state tournament prior to 2021, and they've been known to maybe play some spoiler as Bombeck shoots a three for the Shelton Bulldogs, and he hits it, and it's early 5-0 lead for the Bulldogs with 6:12 to play. Another loose ball. Bombeck flies on the floor. He throws it off the face of a Humphrey St. Francis defender, and it goes out of bounds to the Flyers. And so we talked about it with Jay last week quite a bit, the early nerves in this one. We're seeing a lot of turnovers early in the contest as St. Francis down low, turnaround jumper is good for number 20, Ethan Weisler. The 6-foot freshman gets the Flyers on the board. They trail 5-2. We'll have a stoppage in play for a kicked ball violation. But 5:52 to play in the first quarter, 5-2. Shelton, the number 1 seed, over Humphrey St. Francis. So they'll inbound it here, right side, directly in front of us, as number 31, Luke Gilmean, has it. They lose it out of bounds, and it's going to be Humphrey St. Francis basketball. So we've seen the defensive intensity from the Flyers start to really cause some fits here early on for the Bulldogs offense. Is on the right side, it's now number 20, Ethan Weisler, top of the key, 3-ball to tie, and it's good. We got a tie ball game at 5 on the trifecta by number 4, the 6'1 sophomore, Carson Wessel. Wessel averaging 15.5 per game. He gets on the board with his first 3. In the lane, it's a blocking foul, and going to the line to shoot 2 for Shelton will be number 22, Gerardo Romero. Romero, a 6'2 senior. Number 22 with compression sleeve on his left leg. Gets the ball from the referee, fires it away pretty quickly, and is unable to hit the first. So the first of 6 games. We'll have 6 games today, 6 tomorrow, 6 on Friday, coming at you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. As the second free throw also no good. It's tipped out of bounds, and the rebound goes off of the hands of St. Francis, and so it stays with the Shelton Bulldogs. So if you're Shelton, catch a little bit of a break there as you were able to miss 2 free throws but get another possession. Romero helps him out, and it's going to be a 3-pointer for Romero up the floor. The Flyers trying to push the pace, and we have 2 whistles. On the near side, he was going to call a travel, but the official underneath had the call, and it's a foul on Romero. On number 10, Benjamin Myers. So that's going to be his first. At the line to shoot to Wessel. Wessel fires away, and he hits it. 8-6. Shelton out in front by 2 with 5:16 to play in the first quarter over Humphrey St. Francis. The winner of this one gets the winner of our game to follow between the Why Not Blue Devils and the St. Mary's Cardinals. Second one on the way. Wessel can't get that one to fall, and the rebound goes into Gilman's hands for Shelton up the floor. Here's Simmons. Simmons off the glass, too strong. Rebound tipped around, and it's corralled by St. Francis. Outlet pass up the floor to the right side, and now here is number 14, Baumgart. Gives it to Wessel. Back to Baumgart on the right wing. Entry pass down low. Going to work. Layup no good, but we have a whistle and a foul called as number 20, Ethan Whistler, the 6-foot freshman, will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Foul that time goes on Jerry Romero. That's his first. And number 20, Whistler, able to hit the first free throw. And so Humphrey St. Francis trails by 1. It's 8-7, 4:56 to play in the first quarter. Second one on the way, and it's good. We've tied up once again. It's 8-8. So Humphrey St. Francis been able to get to the free throw line a couple of times and cash in. They're 3 for 4 now on the day from the charity stripe, while Shelton 0 for 2. But Romero, who missed those 2 free throws, was able to get a three-pointer to kind of make up for it. Gilman on the right side now. Here is Shelton. Shelton trying to go to work. Bombeck on the top of the key. Looking around, finds Gilman. He turns around, misses the jumper, just a little short off front rim, and the rebound goes into the hands of Whistler, the freshman. Outlet pass up the floor. They play to Noah Whistler. Pass deflected, tracked down in the corner by St. Francis, top of the key. Here in the lane, layup no good, but another whistle, another foul as Baumgart took it to the hole, and he missed the layup, drew the foul. And so going to the line to shoot 2 is Devin Baumgart, the 5'10 junior. That's the second foul now on Romero for Shelton. Baumgart's first one is good. It's 9-8, Humphrey St. Francis. In for Shelton, Jackson Ullman, the 6-foot sophomore, comes in as he replaces Romero, who has to sit with 2 fouls. Second free throw is also good by Baumgart, and it's 10-8 Flyers. So the 8-seed Flyers with a nice early 2-point lead over the number 1 seed, the Shelton Bulldogs. Here's Gilman on the right side. Gilman looking around, finds Bombeck. Overhead pass up the floor. Simmons can't hold on to it, but gets it back before it touches the sideline. Back to Bombeck. Bombeck, spin move in the lane. Nice move, too strong on the layup. Gets his own miss. Looking for help. Gets triple team under the bucket. Somehow gets out of it. Up the key. On the left side now, Simmons for 3, and he's able to drill it right in front of head coach Eric Kessler for Humphrey St. Francis, and it's 11-10 Shelton. The Flyers pushing the pace. Wessel, and he traveled with it as he ran into his teammate, number 2, Noah Whistler, and after bumping into him, he took too many steps and is called for the travel violation. So 11-10 Shelton as the Flyers coming out early in the 1-2-2 full court pressure. And we have an early turnover as Gilman took too many steps as he was trying to break that extended defense of Humphrey St. Francis. So 3:41 to play in the first quarter. 11-10. Shelton out in front of the Flyers. On the right side now, crossed overs. Baumgart in the lane. Reverse layup. Tough shot, but he's able to get it to go. And it's 12-11 Humphrey St. Francis. Outlet pass up the floor. It's way out of reach. Simmons would have needed to be 8 feet tall to catch that one. But unfortunately for the Bulldogs, Simmons just 6'3", and it goes out of bounds to the Flyers. So Humphrey St. Francis up by 1 with the basketball. On the right side is Baumgart looking around into the corner. Short corner on the far side. Back out top to Baumgart. Baumgart now left side. Passes to Emerson Krings into the game. He dribbles it, passes it through right side, and we're going to have a travel violation on number 2, Noah Whistler, in the lane as he just kind of got doubled up by Shelton, was in a lot of traffic and took too many steps. So 3:03 to play, opening quarter here from the Class D2 quarterfinal, yet to have a stoppage in play or a timeout for either side. I've had a couple of fouls, but nothing too major, as in the lane, Gilman, layup good. Nice find by Bombeck. Bombeck could have settled for the free throw line jumper, instead dumped it off down low to Gilman, and he had a nice, easy left-handed layup from the doorstep. On the right side, here's Baumgart. Baumgart hands it off to Ethan Wiesler in the lane off the glass. It falls with the harm, and Wiesler puts Humphrey St. Francis up by 1, 14-13, and he'll go to the line to shoot one more and try to complete the 3-point play. That foul for Shelton went on Ashton Simmons. That's his first. Free throw on the way is good for number 20, Ethan Wiesler, and it's a 15-13 Flyers lead. So here is Simmons, cross-court to Bombeck. Bombeck back to Simmons over the head across the timeline. Simmons gets doubled, now back to Bombeck. Just playing a little back-and-forth pass action. Right side now, Simmons corrals it with one hand before it goes out of bounds. Into the left side to Bombeck. Bombeck gets bumped, no whistle. Now takes a couple of dribbles into the lane. Spin move, goes right at the defender, and off back iron. Gets his own miss, puts it up. Tough shot with the foul, and he's able to get it to go. And how about that? Number 12, Riley Bombeck, the 6'3 senior, fights through not 2 but 3 St. Francis defenders, gets the offensive rebound off his initial miss, puts it back up with the foul, and he will go to the line to shoot one more. So Bombeck's free throw, unable to go, but another offensive rebound off the missed free throw. So Simmons, top of the key. Shelton 0 for 3 from the charity stripe, but they have 2 offensive rebounds after the missed free throws. Simmons on the top, guarded by the Flyers. Mid-range jumper, misses everything, may have gotten tipped. And now a loose ball as St. Francis falls down, and somehow Bombeck comes away with it. But guess what? He steps on the baseline, and it'll be Humphrey St. Francis basketball. So referees let him play a little bit on that quick possession as a couple bodies on the floor, a couple loose balls, but St. Francis comes away with it. On the top now, it's Carson Wessel. Wessel down low. He gets fouled on the take. Shelton wanted a jump ball, but instead the foul is going to be called on number 10, Benjamin Myers. That's his second. That is the 5th team foul against Shelton, which means Humphrey St. Francis will go to the line to shoot 2. So Wessel at the line with 1:46 to play in the first. It's 15-15. First one on the way is good for Wessel. And now the Flyers lead by 1. Gavin Geilenkirchen is into the game for Humphrey St. Francis. And now second free throw also goes through the net. So it's 17-15. St. Francis Flyers out in front of the Shelton Bulldogs. Bombeck, right side to Simmons in front of us. Simmons looking around. He'll now just briefly walk it across the timeline. Right side, Gilman. Gilman into the corner. Bombeck gets doubled by 2 Humphrey St. Francis defenders. He's looking for help, tries to get to baseline. Spin move, kicks out of it. And we got a timeout charge to head coach Will Rutzel and the Shelton Bulldogs. 1:27 to go in the first quarter. It's 17-15 Flyers here in the Class D2 quarterfinal on 93.7 The Ticket. The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament. All right, 1:27 to go in the first quarter. Humphrey St. Francis leads 17-15. Been a really nice showing here by Riley Bombeck of Shelton as across the key he goes. Now left side dribbling it, kicks it down low. Great find by Bombeck. And on the doorstep, a nice shot and finish by Benjamin Myers. We've seen Bombeck for Shelton dump it off down low a couple of times. Really nice passes there by Riley Bombeck off the quick missed 3 by St. Francis. Here comes Bombeck for the Bulldogs. Shelton down low into the hands of Myers. Myers in the short corner. His pass deflected, and then St. Francis has numbers. 3-on-2 break. Wessel in the lane, takes the bump, misses the layup, and the rebound goes out of bounds off the hands of number 32 of Humphrey St. Francis, Tucker Zarnick. to the Shelton Bulldogs. So number 1 seed Shelton, number 8 seed Humphrey St. Francis. We're all tied up at 17 apiece with 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. So on the left side, Bombeck back to Simmons. Simmons looking around, still hasn't crossed the timeline, and with just a moment to spare, passes it left side. So back to Simmons, now pass deflected, taken away, outlet pass up the floor, layup good, and Humphrey St. Francis has a 2-point lead at 19-17. So here come the Bulldogs as Simmons waiting patiently, finds Bombeck. Bombeck, the second leading scorer on this team. Simmons, who pops the 3, unable to connect. Offensive rebound, nice job by Shelton, dribbling it out to the perimeter. Finds Bombeck cutting to the lane. He takes the harm, and he's able to get the layup to fall. And so Riley Bombeck comes in, averaging 19 points per game. He already is sitting there with 9. And we're still 12 seconds away from the first quarter finalizing. So 12 seconds to go, first quarter. We're all tied up at 19. Bombeck will be at the line to shoot one more. Fires away, and it's off back iron, too strong. Defensive rebound by Humphrey, but the pass goes right into the hands of the Shelton Bulldogs. Put back by Simmons. It falls, and Ashton Simmons has his first points of the game. On the right side, Baumgart layup, no good. There's the horn, and a nice closeout there by Shelton as they are able to go into the second quarter, holding on to a 2-point lead. They lead the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers 21-19 at the break. Let's step aside and come back to start the second quarter right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Come see the exciting career opportunities in the world of large ag. Acres, your Nebraska John Deere dealer, is hosting a career fair during our 2024 Ag and Turf Expo. Learn about career opportunities in service, sales, parts, and precision ag, as well as other roles in Acres business support team. Join us at the Sandhills Global Event Center March 6th and 7th or Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for details.
Nick Sander back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Start of the second quarter. It'll be Humphrey St. Francis basketball. The 1 seed Shelton here in Class D2 against the 8 seed, the Flyers of Humphrey St. Francis. So the Flyers trail by 2, 21-19, and they'll get the basketball to start the second quarter. We're underway from PBA. Left side, here's Wessel. Wessel takes a screen right at the elbow. Nice little give and go. Off the glass, it falls for number 20, Ethan Wiesler, the 6-foot freshman. So the 6-foot freshman already has 7 points in the game for the Flyers. Coming into the game, averages 8, so right around his average. Here's Simmons on the top, almost got his pocket pick, gets it back, trying to hold the pivot foot, does so with a pass out to Bombeck. Now back to Simmons on the right side. Simmons takes a step in, dribbles it off the foot, and he's going to say, they're going to whistle a foul and a push on Humphrey St. Francis. And so that foul goes against Carson Wessel. That'll be his first, the first team foul of the second quarter. Humphrey St. Francis, just 2 team fouls in that first quarter as Bombeck pops the 3, unable to connect, but another offensive rebound. Second time, he'll try it again. Can't get the 3 to go, and Wessel cleans up the miss. So up the floor they go, outlet pass. Humphrey in transition, unable to connect. Offensive rebound, put back is good by Ethan Wiesler. And it's a 23-21 Humphrey St. Francis lead with 6:56 to play in the second quarter. On the left side, down low now, pass almost taken away. Layup blocked from behind by Wessel, and it'll be a jump ball out of it. Possession arrow gives it to the Shelton Bulldogs. So 23-21 the score, 6:49 to go in the second quarter. Shelton to inbound. Inside, Romero for three, unable to connect, and he hit that three from the same spot in the right side corner in the first quarter. Unable to connect on the second time. Pass intercepted by Bombeck on the other side of the floor. Here comes Shelton, 3-on-2. Bombeck in the lane, takes the blocking foul and misses the layup. That was a hard hit that number 14 for Humphrey St. Francis, Devin Baumgart, took, because Shelton and Bombeck went right at Baumgart. So going to the line to shoot two will be Riley Bombeck. Bombeck on the day, 9 points. And he's in double figures with the first made free throw. So Shelton, we have a tie ball game, 23-23. All knotted up after Shelton's two made free throws on the right side. Pass down low on the block pass, unable to be handled by number 22, Mason Geilenkirchen, and taken away by Shelton. Shelton trying to, in the midst of a a little 4-0 run here on the right side. It's Simmons. Simmons on the right wing, looking left side, finds Bombeck. Bombeck with the Flyers and Bulldogs tied at 23. Pass fake right, gets his defender to flinch, and Simmons drains the three from the right wing. A nice job by Ashton Simmons. It's 26-23 Shelton as the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers hand it off. Wessel tries to answer, unable to do so, and Bombeck collects the miss for the Shelton Bulldogs. Pushing the pace across the timeline. Bombeck pulls up, long jumper, got it. Nice job by Riley Bombeck as he gets the quick pull-up jumper to fall from the right side in the fingernail. And we have a full timeout by Humphrey St. Francis. The Bulldogs in the midst of a little run. We'll tell you more about it when we return in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
(28-23) your score, 5:45 to go in the second quarter. The Bulldogs of Shelton, the number one seed here in Class D2, lead by 5 over Humphrey St. Francis. Wessel pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Rebound fought for, tipped high in the air. Bombeck tips it right into the hands of his teammate Benjamin Myers for Shelton. Shelton been able to have their way on the glass both offensively and defensively here early on in this one. We're just under a quarter and a half in. Another three for Simmons. Can't get it to fall, and Wessel cleans up the miss, dribbles it off the leg, and now it's going back to Shelton. And so Humphrey St. Francis can't get out of their own way as turnovers and unable to keep the dribble and contain it as well. It's 28-23, Shelton with the basketball. They inbound it to Bombeck, now to Gillen. Gillen and then no corner to Simmons. Simmons back to Bombeck on the right wing outside the perimeter. Nice find inside, but greater defensive play there by the Humphrey St. Francis defender, Ethan Weisler. And on the left side, here comes Wessel for the Flyers. Wessel spinning around, fakes it, dribbles it off his leg again, keeps it though, luckily for him. Finds a cutting defender, and it's blocked with two hands. How about that? Blocked with two hands by Benjamin Myers. And Shelton gets the basketball right back. Simmons looking around, finds Bombeck. Bombeck on the left side. He gets it poked out of his hands. Body's on the floor, fought for, and that's going to be a travel as the Humphrey St. Francis Flyer, and I kind of laugh a little bit, number 32, Tucker Zarnek, he grabbed the loose basketball with both of his knees on the floor, and then he stood up and started to dribble. So 4:38 to go, second quarter, 28-23 Shelton.
Shelton with Bombeck on the left side, looking around. The 5 count starts now, top of the key to Romero. Romero into the far corner, back to Romero on the right side. He dribbles into the lane, tries to bounce it to a teammate in close proximity, Gilman. Gilman gets it out to Simmons, and now Simmons is going to be called for lowering the shoulder and going right into the defender. As the defender falls over, it's a charge. And so an offensive foul against Shelton. That goes on Simmons, and I believe that's number 2. It is on their leading scorer, number 23, a 6'3" senior, Ashton Simmons. So on the left side, here comes Humphrey St. Francis. On a little bit of a lull offensively. Wessel now finds Weisler. Weisler in the lane, hands it off. Down low, turn around, bounces. It sat on the front rim, unable to get it to go. And a nice defensive rebound corralled by Benjamin Myers of Shelton to Bombeck. Bombeck on the left side. Shelton wearing white uniforms down low now. Here's Myers as it goes out of bounds off the hands. They're trying to say that Myers was undercut by the defender on the block, but Myers unable to hold on to the pass and the feed from Ashton Simmons, and it goes out of bounds. So as I was saying, Shelton white uniforms with blue letters and numbers, black trim as well down the side. Now pass taken away, red from Simmons in the lane, layup no good, put back by Bombeck, it falls. And with 3:42 to go, the Bulldogs in the midst of a 9-0 run. They trailed at one point 23-21, and since then they've gone on a 9-0 run. They lead 30-23. Layup to stop it, and a nice finish by Gage Braun, the sophomore, for Humphrey St. Francis. And it's now back to a 5-point differential at 30-25 in favor of Shelton. So the Bulldogs left side with 3:16 to go in the second quarter. Simmons will try a 3. Unable to hit. Offensive rebound again by Gilman. He gets it poked away, and it'll roll out of bounds to Shelton. So Shelton gets another crack at it offensively. And Gilman for the Bulldogs just listed at 6'2". You have multiple guys on Humphrey St. Francis listed above 6 foot, just unable to get position on the glass. So Shelton getting multiple cracks almost every possession as Bombeck has it on the right side. Back to Simmons. Simmons jab steps now, dribbles to the top of the key to Bombeck. Bombeck high points that one out of thin air, and Bombeck on the right side picks up his dribble, looking down low, gets it deflected and taken away by Humphrey St. Francis. So with 2:47 to play in the second quarter, up the floor, we go with the Flyers on the right side. Now down low in the lane, off the glass, high, unable to get it to fall, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Shelton. And so now Humphrey St. Francis will get another crack at it offensively off the missed layup by Tucker Zarnick. Carson Wessel comes into the game for Humphrey St. Francis. He replaces the freshman Ethan Weisler. So Wessel to inbound, gets it to Braun, now to Zarznik. Zarznik on the right side, dribbles in the lane, layup, too strong, rebounded by Bombeck, and Bombeck will casually bring it up the floor, across the timeline. Pass right side, and now that one's intercepted as Romero just didn't come to the ball. High off the glass, it's blocked off the glass, but a putback by Wessel falls, and it's 30-27. Bombeck doing an incredible job of running coast to coast, making plays on the offensive side of the floor. The intercepted pass, not necessarily Bombeck's fault, as Romero that time just didn't come to it for Shelton. Now in the lane, Bombeck cuts to the lane and gets the left-handed layup to go. And we have a Shelton timeout with 1:59 to play in the second quarter. 32-27 your score. The number 1 seed Shelton leads by 5 over Humphrey St. Francis. We'll be back in 30 seconds from Pinnacle Bank Arena. You're listening to the Class D2 Boys State quarterfinal on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, 1:59 to play in the second quarter. Shelton leads by 5, 32-27. Huge thanks to Austin Orman back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios, pushing all the buttons. 1:59 to play, second quarter, 5-point differential. Humphrey St. Francis with the basketball after the Shelton timeout, after they made a shot on a nice cut to the lane by Riley Bombeck. Now right side here is Wessel, dribbles to the logo. Wessel dribbles between the legs, takes a screen right, little give and go. Down low, it's Weisler. Weisler turns it around, and it's blocked by Benjamin Myers. A nice defensive stand once again by Shelton. They've really cracked down defensively and being disciplined while doing so. Just committing one foul here in the first quarter as Simmons throws it right into the bench of Humphrey St. Francis, and it's a turnover out of bounds going in the direction of Humphrey St. Francis. I think he thought that Bombeck, who was standing on the left wing, was going to kind of float to the corner, and anticipating that, led the basketball to the corner, and it goes right into the bench of Humphrey St. Francis. On the top of the key, Wessel for three, and it's off front rim, unable to connect. It bounces off the leg of Humphrey St. Francis, and it will be Shelton basketball with 1:19 to play in the second quarter. So 32-27 your score, 1:19 to play in the first half. Shelton with the basketball. On the left side, it's Simmons. Simmons looking around, trying to find a teammate, takes one dribble, is caught, and now back to find Bombeck. Bombeck on the top of the key near the logo, guarded by Humphrey St. Francis on the right wing now. For the first time we see Jackson Ullman in the game. Ullman passes to Simmons. He gets it stripped on the way up. Pass taken away. Bodies on the floor, and Wessel comes up with the loose ball. Humphrey St. Francis. Now Wessel gets it poked away from behind, and we have a foul in transition on number 32, Tucker Zarnick. That'll be his first, as the possession changes hands multiple times in a span of about 15 seconds. Shelton lost it, then Humphrey St. Francis got it poked away from behind, and then Shelton gets fouled on the way back down the floor. With 40 on the game clock, shot clock non-existent in Class D2 action, but hasn't been a factor here today as Bombeck has it on the right side down low. It's Gilman. Touch pass into the lane to number 10, Benjamin Myers. And it's a 34-27 lead, tied for the largest lead of the game for the Bulldogs. Wessel in the right side, dumps it down low, layup, unable to get it to go, but we have a foul as number 20, Ethan Weisler, will go to the line to shoot two. That foul goes on Riley Bombeck. That is going to be number 3 on, it's going to be on Benjamin Myers, rather, number 3 on Myers. Looked like Bombeck was down low on that one, but Weisler, first free throw, can't get it to go. 34-27 your score, 17.2 on the game clock here in the first half. Game to follow us will be Wynot and St. Mary's, and then a little bit of an extended break as we then get ready to turn our attention to Class A. So Weisler goes 0 for 2 at the line. Missed opportunity there if you're the 8 seed Humphrey St. Francis. On the left side now, here's Gilman. Gilman pops the 3 from the left wing. Got it! As number 31, Luke Gilman with 9 on the clock. A half-court heave at the horn. Can't get it to fall. And Shelton goes into the locker room with their largest lead of the game at 10. They lead the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers 37-27 here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in the Class D2 quarterfinal matchup right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended
Juice's Body Shop. That's who we are.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first.
That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
If you have a fence, patio, or landscaping project to complete this spring, Sunbelt Rentals is here to help with augers and auger drives in various sizes, plus electric concrete mixers. For tree trimming projects, they have a great selection of chainsaws, pole saws, and hedge trimmers, along with a towable lift or ladder to get you where you need to be. Sunbelt Rentals has everything you need to make your spring projects easy. Sunbelt Rentals, online at sunbeltrentals.com.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, I get all kinds of buffet questions. Here's one from Cole.
Is there a real cactus in your cactus bread?
Great question, Cole. No, there is no cactus in our cactus bread, just sweet cinnamony streusel. It's on our buffet every day, along with pizza, chicken, ice cream, and all your other favorites. Even better, at least for your parents, kids eat free on Tuesday nights. And don't worry, Cole, there's no coal in our coleslaw either.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Nick Sander back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Your score at the half in the first of 6 games here on the ticket and at Pinnacle Bank Arena. The number 1 seed, Shelton Bulldogs, lead by 10, 37-27 over the 8-seeded Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. This is the Next Ag Appraisal and Realty halftime show. If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Iowa, or Kansas, give Ethan Sorensen a call today, 402-380-0432. Or you can visit them online at nextagrealestate.com with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska. Once again, nextagrealestate.com. All right, score at the half, 37-27. Shelton leads by 10 over Humphrey St. Francis. Storyline in that first half, how about Riley Bombeck? If you listen to early breaks sometimes on Fridays, you know Derek Bombeck just got done talking to Derek over on the sideline, said he's a distant cousin of Bombi. So Bombeck's distant cousin Riley is going off. 17 points in that first half for the Shelton Bulldogs. And how about this stat line? Shelton, I mentioned they have had their way on the glass. 10 offensive rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds for the Shelton Bulldogs. But here they are still up by 10 at the break. For Humphrey St. Francis, leading scorer on this one is the freshman, number 20, the 6-foot freshman who came in averaging 8 points per game. Number 20, Ethan Weisler is the leading scorer. He leads all Flyers with 11 points. Second in scoring for Humphrey St. Francis is Carson Wessel. Wessel on the year, 15.5 per game. He currently sits at 8 points through 2 quarters. The lineup of games today on the ticket after Shelton and Humphrey St. Francis will have Why Not against St. Mary's, and then that will conclude our Class D2 action for the day and for the time being. And then we'll turn our attention to Class A, as in the first Class A matchup of the day. It'll be the number 1 seeded Bellevue West Thunderbirds going up against the Creighton Prep Junior Jays, or Blue Jays, I suppose. The Jays fortunate to be in the state tournament as they fell to Lincoln Southeast in overtime in their district final at home. For the second Class A game, it's number 4 seed Omaha North, and the team that went on the road, I should say both of those teams went on the road and won. Omaha North defeated Papillion La Vista South, and then also Omaha Central went to Lincoln Pius X and beat the Thunderbolts in their district final. That game between the Vikings and the Eagles is at 3:15. At 6 p.m., it's the Miller North Mustangs and the Gretna Dragons. Gretna obviously going through a roller coaster of a season, had an incredible finish and win at Kearney and defeated Drake Baronic's Kearney Bearcats squad to earn the 7 seed. And then in our nightcap, it's the number 3 seed Omaha Westside Warriors and their 20-4 record going up against the Lincoln Southeast Knights, who I mentioned had went on the road in their district final just about a week and a half ago and beat the Creighton Prep Blue Jays. So once again, your score at the half, the Shelton Bulldogs 37, the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers 27 here at the half on the Next Ag Appraisal and Realty halftime show. We'll come back in just a few minutes and start the third quarter from Pinnacle Bank Arena. You're listening to the 2024 NSAA Boys State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, Their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Come see the exciting career opportunities in the world of large ag. Acres, your Nebraska John Deere dealer, is hosting a career fair during our 2024 Ag and Turf Expo. Learn about career opportunities in service, sales, parts, and precision ag, as well as other roles in Acres business support team. Join us at the Sandhills Global Event Center March 6th and 7th or Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for details.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
It is time to start quarter number 3 here from PBA. Nick Sainert with you. Jay Foreman will join me for the next game as he had a little bit of a mix-up and nail in its tire, and he had to fix that before he could make his way to Pinnacle Bank Arena. So here comes the Shelton Bulldogs. On the right side, Shelton leading by 10. Now Bombeck on the top. Gets it stripped away, gets it back now on the left side directly in front of us. Bombeck was 17 in that first half to Simmons. Simmons loses the basketball, gets it back, spins around, crosses over. Now passes it with the bounce pass to the left side. Back to Simmons. 3-ball on the way. Unable to get it to go. And a nice defensive rebound there by St. Francis and Ethan Wiesler. Up the floor they go. Wessel with the left side. Guarded by Bombeck. Hands it outside. Now top of the key to Baumgart. Baumgart to Zarnik. Zarnik in the lane. Left-handed layup. No good. Or excuse me, is good by number 22. Excuse me. Yes, number 22, Mason Geilenkirchen. For a moment, I thought it said 32, not 22 on the jersey, but it was 22, and that is Mason Geilenkirchen. In the lane, it's Bombeck in the short corner now. Passes off to Romero. Romero now to Myers. Myers right-handed finish, unable to get it. And it's 37-29 Shelton. St. Francis comes out and running. Zarnik in the lane. Dribbles through the baseline. Bounces it left side now. Working at it, number 14, Devin Baumgart. Baumgart can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, no good. Put back, also no good, as it's stripped out of the hands of Humphrey St. Francis and number 20, Ethan Wiesler. And here comes the Shelton Bulldogs. But now Simmons gets knocked down. Zarnik coming back the other way in the lane. It's good. It's 37-31. Officials letting them be a little more physical here in the third quarter early on. On the right side, it's Bombeck. Bombeck slips down and falls, passes out right side. Now left side, Simmons. Simmons down in the corner, back to Luke Gilman. And it's going to be a travel violation on the Shelton Bulldogs. So 37-31, 5:57 to go third quarter. Baumgart pushing the pace, passes off right side, Zarnik. Zarnik left side now to Wessel. Wessel dribbles top of the key, stops in the fingernail, kicks it out to Baumgart. Baumgart with the Flyers down by 6. Right wing now Wessel. Wessel and the Flyers trying to go to work. Uses a little bit of a hedge from the right side. Baumgart in the lane, gets a block from behind. An incredible block by number 23, Ashton Simmons for Shelton as Bombeck left side. 3-ball, just a little strong. Rebounded once again by Shelton. Put back. And Bombeck gets the layup to fall. It's 39-31 with 5:19 to play. Humphrey St. Francis pushing the pace. Zarnik on the right side. Dribbles it out to the corner. And it's going to be out of bounds as Zarnik touched the sideline. So Shelton, the defensive pressure there by Jerry Romero, the 6'2 senior, forced Zarnik to kind of step on the sideline a little bit, and it's 5:09 to play in the third quarter. Shelton with the basketball. Bombeck in the lane is fouled as Bombeck falls down. He'll be helped up by a couple of his teammates. Unable to get the layup to fall, but the foul that time goes on number 22, Mason Geilenkirchen of Humphrey St. Francis. Zarnik bleeding a little bit on his finger, so he had to sub out and gets attended to on the sideline. So looks like Riley Bombeck was also bleeding. So Bombeck with a compression or knee brace on his left leg will now have a wrap on his right knee, just below his right knee. While Zarnik still getting his finger wrapped on the Humphrey St. Francis sideline. So first free throw by Bombeck, rattles around and out. Still 39-31. This is where Humphrey St. Francis has to get the defensive rebound off of any missed free throws. And it's no good. And guess what? Humphrey St. Francis, Noah Weisler, gets the defensive rebound. So here comes Wessel, bringing it across the timeline. Hesitates, now goes to Wessel. Wessel in the corner, working around, stops at the elbow, looking for help, finds Baumgart. Baumgart fakes right, goes left, dribbles into the defender. Can't get it to go. Wessel cuts through the lane, lost the basketball into the hands of Shelton. Humphrey St. Francis just keeps shooting themselves in their foot. As Shelton Bulldogs up the floor, we go with Simmons. Simmons on the left side, stops right in front of me. Now passes right side to Myers, finds Simmons, left side, three ball on the way. Misses everything, way off. Good close out there defensively by Baumgart. Baumgart up the floor, layup is off the glass, and it's good for Humphrey St. Francis. It's back to just a 6-point Shelton lead, 39-33. So here's Simmons. Simmons bounces, passes it right side with one hand. Now back to Bombeck. Back to Simmons in the lane. Romero jump stops, kicks it out. Gilman crosses over right to left, gets his pocket picked, knocked out of bounds off the hands of Guylan Kirkin and Humphrey St. Francis. So it stays with Shelton. (39-33), 4:04 to play, third quarter. Inbound to Bombeck, right side now. It's Simmons. Simmons can't handle the pass. Simmons has done that a couple of times today where he's tried to just snag the basketball with just one hand. A little lazy with that one, and it results in a turnover going in the direction of Humphrey St. Francis. So here are the Flyers down by 6, 3:48 to play, third quarter. Baumgart has it on the logo, resetting the offense after looking Eric Kessler's way on the bench. Baumgart on the right wing, picks up his dribble. Being harassed by Bombeck, down low, unable to get the floater. Offensive rebound, put back, can't get it to fall. Another chance, can't get it to fall. And we're having a jump ball, and the possession arrow gives it to the Shelton Bulldogs as Gage Braun had two cracks at it after Weisler missed the initial attempt. And despite 3 offensive rebounds, can't get any points after the jump ball gives it to the Shelton Bulldogs. On the left side, Gilman now can't hang on to the pass. And it goes back to Humphrey St. Francis, 39-33. There were combined 28 turnovers in the first half. I'm sure that number is well over 35 now. 39-33 your score. Update over at the Devaney in Class C2 in the third quarter. Amherst leads Bridgeport 32-28 in the third. Back here, though, as Wessel drives right side, layup falls. It's a 4-point game, 39-35, with less than 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here comes Bombeck. Bombeck had 17 in the first half, dumps it down low, layup falls, and a nice job by Benjamin Myers as he answers the Humphrey St. Francis run with a layup with the harm. And Myers will go to the line to shoot one more shot. 2:53 to go in the third. Shelton back up by 6. Can't hit the free throw, and the rebound goes into the hands of Carson Wessel. Wessel bringing it up the floor. 2-on-2 opportunity. Tough layup. Goes right into the defender. And I think if you're Ben Myers, who just committed his 4th foul, he's saying, what do you want me to do? Because Wessel initiated the contact, went right into the defender, and threw up a pretty contested layup. But with 2:47 to go in the third, Myers just picked up foul number 4. First one is good for Wessel, and Myers has to sub out. Gavin Geilenkirchen comes into the game for Humphrey St. Francis and for the Shelton Bulldogs to replace Ben Myers and those 4 fouls. Number 32, a 5'10 junior, William Stewart. So both free throws are good for Wessel at the line. Wessel draws within 4 for the Humphrey St. Francis Flyer. Bombeck on the left side, pulls up, mid-range J, rattles off front rim, and we have a foul on Will Stewart, who just checked into the game, and that's going to be number 1 on Will Stewart. So 2:35 to play in the third quarter, 41-37 your score. Fast-moving third quarter, haven't had a timeout or a stoppage. As across the timeline, here comes Geilenkirchen. Geilenkirchen passes to the left side. Now top of the key, Wessel. Wessel drives on the left side of the lane. Tough shot, blocked from behind. Nice job by Shelton and Riley Bombeck as he was able to block that one from behind. And so with 2:21 to go in the third quarter, 41-37. The 1 seed Shelton trying to hang on in the final moments of the third quarter. Put back, a layup off the glass. It falls, and it's a 2-point ball game. 41-39. Shelton on the left side. Here's Simmons. Back to Bombeck. Bombeck back to Simmons on the left side. Shot fake. Dribbles into the lane. Gets bumped. Layup off the glass. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Poked away. And here comes Wessel. Humphrey St. Francis can tie with a 2. Wessel in the lane. Contested shot. No good. And the rebound goes into the hands of Romero. But now we're going to have a jump ball as number 10, Emerson Krings, was able to get his mitts in there on the basketball. That was controlled by Romero, and it's a jump ball, and the possession arrow gives it to Humphrey St. Francis. So 41-39, 1:49 to play in the third quarter. St. Francis to inbound underneath their own bucket, looking around, gets it in to the corner. Little pick on right side, and it's deflected out of bounds by Shelton. It stays with the Flyers. So Baumgart ready to check back in as Geilenkirchen will sub out for Humphrey St. Francis. St. Francis to inbound once again. They get it into Weisler, now to Braun. Braun on the left side to Wessel for the lead. Can't hit it. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Going back up with it, and we have a foul to Shelton as it's a 41-39 ball game, and Humphrey St. Francis going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. It'll be number 20, Ethan Weisler, the 6-foot freshman who currently has 11 points here today. First one is good. It's 41-40. Once again, the game to follow us will be Why Not and St. Mary's. The second one, and we got a tie ball game. 41-41 between the number 1 seed and the number 8 seed here in our first game of the day. On the right side, it's Gilman. Gilman, top of the key now. Back to Gilman. Gilman, down low. Bombeck gets fouled from behind. Too strong on the layup. And Bombeck will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. So Zarnik is charged with the foul. That's his second. First free throw on the way for Bombeck falls. It's 42-41. Shelton back out in front. 1:19 to play, third quarter. Bombeck, second one on the way. It also is good, and it's back to a 2-point Bulldogs lead over the Flyers. Flyers going to work. Up the floor we go with Zarnik. Zarnik bounces into the fingernail mid-range jumper. Wessel, and we are tied again, 43-43. So Simmons brings it across the timeline, picks up his dribble. He's stuck. Gets it to Bombeck. Bombeck now across the timeline. Bombeck right side. And it's now taken away by Shelton as Gilman lost control of the basketball. Wessel Up the floor, right side Zarnik. Zarnik guarded by Romero. 52 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Zarnik now top of the key to Baumgart. 45 on the game clock, third quarter. Back to Zarnik on the right wing, guarded closely by Romero. 5-second count is active. Now Zarnik makes Romero fall down, gives it to Wessel. Wessel just pulled up from mid-range, and we have an offensive foul on Humphrey St. Francis down low. So they're going to say the foul went on Gage Braun as he set kind of an illegal screen down low on the block. And so it'll go back to Shelton. 43-43 the score. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Simmons looking around, still looking. They throw it, and we have a timeout on the floor. Charge to Shelton. We're all tied up, 43 apiece, 21.5 on the game clock. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to State Basketball on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sainer back with you, 43-43, 21.5 on the game clock in the third quarter. As the Flyers and the Shelton Bulldogs all knotted up here in the 1 seed versus the 8 seed. Sideline inbound here for Shelton, as it'll be Bombeck to inbound it from the near sideline, looking as he gets into Romero. Romero into the corner, Simmons. Simmons will try to drive baseline. Great close off by the defender, as it was number 20, Ethan Wiesler. And Simmons, I think, was trying to draw or thought he had drawn a defensive foul. Unable to do so, and it goes out of bounds to Humphrey St. Francis. So the Flyers, who trailed by 10 at halftime, have a chance to go into the fourth with a lead. 4 on the game clock. Down low, Wiesler, layup, can't get it to fall. Defensive rebound, there's the horn. And your score at the end of the third quarter, the number 1 seed, Shelton Bulldogs, 43, and the 8 seed, the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers, 43. We're all tied up going into the final quarter of play here in our first game of the day, the Class D2 quarterfinal matchup on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs. High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
This one, everything we could have asked for and more to start our day and start our week, as in the quarterfinal matchups, Shelton and Humphrey St. Francis tied at 43 as the inbounds pass to Shelton. Here's Bombeck. Bombeck top of the key, Romero. Romero draws the double, now left side back to Simmons. Simmons struggled in that third quarter. He currently sits at just 8 points for the leading scorer of Shelton. Simmons, back right side. Looking around in the lane, back to Simmons. He pops the tray from the left side. Well short, missed everything. And here comes Humphrey St. Francis. Outlet pass. Zarnik dribbles it off his leg, but he's going to be charged for a foul anyway, as it'll be a charging foul on Zarnik. I will be honest, he lost the basketball anyway, so it's going to be dribbled out of bounds. It would have been Shelton basketball, but now unfortunately Zarnik just picks up foul number 3 early on here in the fourth quarter. 43-43, and we have a kickball violation on Humphrey St. Francis, so it stays with Shelton. 7.5 to play, fourth quarter. 43-43 your score between the 1 seed Shelton and the 8 seed Humphrey St. Francis. Shelton inbound, gets it in cross court to Gilman. Gilman gives it to Simmons. Simmons brings it across the timeline. Looking around, tries to throw it our way, and bodies collide. It'll be Shelton basketball. I almost had to catch him. I almost had to catch the body. I thought they were going to dive into our table right over the laptop. 7:19 to play, fourth quarter. 43-43. Bombeck to inbound, directly in front of us. He throws it right in front of us now to back to Bombeck to Romero. Romero dribbles top of the key, picks up his dribble into the fingernail, back out to Bombeck. Pass fake, great job by Shelton using the pass fake, back out to Simmons. He'll try again from three. Misses that one. Offensive rebound again. Pull-up jumper, Bombeck. He gets it to fall, 45-43. Bombeck certainly has been the answer that Shelton needs. And now we're going to have a pass out of bounds by Humphrey St. Francis. It goes to Shelton. And so in a game where your leading scorer for Shelton has just 8 points, comes into the day averaging 23, you have your second leading scorer, Riley Bombeck, who averages 19 a game, currently sitting at 23 points. Cross-court pass. Here's Simmons to Bombeck. He'll try a three in the corner, and he gets it to fall. Riley Bombeck on a personal 5-0 run. He's up to 26. Zarnik to answer. He can! 48-46. Back to just a 2-point ball game. Here's Romero. Touch pass down low. Myers layup falls. It's 50-46. 6:10 to play in the fourth. Up the floor they play with Wessel. Wessel cross court to Zarnik. Zarnik top of the key. Baumgart. Baumgart dribbling on the right side of the lane. Hands off Zarnik. Zarnik spins around, pivots. Now to Baumgart. Baumgart looking for help. Tries to get out to Zarnik. Does so. Stops inside the lane. Now kicks it out Wessel. Wessel top of the key to Geilenkirchen. Geilenkirchen passes left side now. Tries to dump it down low. Pass taken away by Romero of Shelton. Romero will slow down. Looking for help. Finds Gilman, who passes it off to Simmons. Simmons brings it across the timeline. Humphrey St. Francis looking a little tired, winded on defense. Pass deflected, goes out of bounds off Bombeck's hand, and it'll be Humphrey St. Francis basketball with the Flyers down by 4, 50-46. We have a timeout on the floor, charged to Humphrey St. Francis. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. It's a 4-point ball game in the final quarter. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Nick Sander back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 5:37 to go in the fourth quarter, 50-46. Humphrey St. Francis trails by 4 over the number 1 seed Shelton Bulldogs. 5.5 to play in the ball game. Wessel has on the left side, getting guarded hard by Bombeck, and we're going to have a foul on Riley Bombeck. Aggressive defense there by Bombeck. That'll be number 1 on Bombeck. So nice job being disciplined from Bombeck so far today. 50-46 your score. Humphrey St. Francis basketball looking to inbound. Still looking. They get it out top to Baumgart. Baumgart on the left side now to far corner. 3 ball by Wessel. He gets it to Hill. Go. And it's 50-49. 5:13 to play. Fourth quarter. Shelton with the basketball up by 1. The 1 seed leads by 1 and now taken away from Bombeck by Wessel. Wessel in the lane, and he is fouled on his way up by Riley Bombeck. That'll be 2 free throws coming up for the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. Don't forget, Humphrey St. Francis at the half trailed 37-27, and here they are with an opportunity for the lead. Wessel can't hit the first one. That's what they call an announcer's jinx. 5:04 to play in the fourth quarter, 50-49 your score. Shelton with a 1-point advantage. Wessel can tie it up for Humphrey St. Francis, and he does. We're all knotted up at 50. As here come the Bulldogs. Bombeck has 26 points on the day. Simmons now with his 8 back to Bombeck. Bombeck bounces it inside, now back out Simmons. Simmons fake left, went right in the lane, and that's a blocking foul on Humphrey St. Francis. And it will be a shooting foul for Ashton Simmons. And instead of, they're going to change the call, so it will not be a shooting foul for Ashton Simmons and Shelton. So baseline inbound, they get it into Gilman. Gilman will fake the handoff to Bombeck, now turn around and say, okay, you can have it. So Bombeck has it far outside the perimeter, backs down to Simmons. Simmons will try another 3. Can't hit that one. Rebound tipped around, corralled by Humphrey St. Francis. Simmons has been ice cold from the perimeter all game long. Pass down the floor. Braun, layup, too strong. Rebound fought for, got back by Humphrey St. Francis, and the Flyers have the lead on the quick layup by Weisler. Ethan Weisler, the freshman, has 15 points. Down low, Romero to answer, and Shelton is tied up 52-52. Baumgart with it across the timeline. They go into the corner. Zarnik driving baseline on Gilman. Layup deflected. Unable to get it to go. Off the floor we have Bombeck. Bombeck crosses over in the lane, and it's a charge as Humphrey St. Francis draws the charge on Bombeck. And so that is number 3 on Riley Bombeck. 52-52. We're all tied up. 3:54 to play. Fourth quarter, Class D2 quarterfinal. Wessel with the basketball on the logo. Still holding the basketball on the logo, just slowing down. 3:37 to play, allowing the Flyers to catch their breath, and in a way, Shelton is as well. All right, here's Wessel ready to go. Takes the screen right, stops, bounces it inside. Weisler off the glass, too strong. Rebound fought for. It goes out of bounds to the Shelton Bulldogs. So a nice job defensively by Shelton, forcing a stop and a missed shot. And it goes out of bounds to the Bulldogs. Humphrey St. Francis still in the 1-1-2-1 kind of defensive pressure. Romero to Bombeck. Bombeck back to Romero. Romero on the left side. Now down low, it's Myers. Myers plays with 4 fouls currently. Back out Simmons. Simmons gets it poked away. Up strong with it. Misses the shot. Offensive rebound, Romero. So 54-52. Now here's Zarnik in the lane. It's a blocking foul on Romero as he slaps the floor. And going to the line to shoot 2 will be number 32, Tucker Zarnik. The next team foul for the Bulldogs will put the Flyers in the penalty. First one on the way for Zarnik is good. It's 54-53. .257 to play, fourth quarter. Second one for the tie. Got it. We're all tied up, 54-54 as Romero gets the inbound pass, stops, passes cross court to Simmons. Simmons looking for help, trying to call one of his teammates to the backcourt, does so, and now Bombeck to Gilman. Gilman finds Romero, cut into the lane, lost the basketball, gets it back, can't hit the layup, had nobody in front of him. So here is Humphrey St. Francis. Up the floor we go with Zarnik on the outlet to Baumgart. Baumgart hands it off Zarnik. Zarnik in the lane. Bounces it left side to Wessel. Wessel takes the bump, no whistle. In the lane to Braun. Back to Wessel. Dribbling baseline. Gilman falls down, and it's a traveling violation on Carson Wessel. 2:22 to play. Fourth quarter, 54-54 your score. Cross-court pass now. Left side here is Simmons. Simmons gets it to Bombeck on the logo. Bombeck keeping his pivot, hasn't used his dribble. Now pass is deflected, taken away by Humphrey St. Francis. 2:05 to play, fourth quarter. Tie ball game, 54-54. Baumgart on the right side. Crosses over, spins around. Braun outside now. Braun to Zarnik. Zarnik, and we have a foul on Simmons away from the ball, as that will be number 3 on Ashton Simmons. And that foul, folks, puts Humphrey St. Francis in the bonus. It's a tie ball game, and Humphrey St. Francis is at the line. Don't forget, Shelton, the number 1 seed. Humphrey St. Francis, the 8 seed. First one on the way, Baumgart gives the Flyers the lead. 55-54. Humphrey St. Francis out in front by 1. And he can't hit the second free throw. Romero cleans up the miss. Bombeck, incredible performance for Riley Bombeck today. 26 points to his name. Bombeck, top of the key, down low Myers. Myers looking around, gets it back to Bombeck. Bombeck in the lane, forces the defender fall down, and it's back with a Shelton layup, 56-55. Shelton leads by 1, and they immediately take a full timeout. Let's step aside for 60 seconds. 56-55, 1:31 to play here on 93.7 The Ticket.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first.
That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Incredible way to kick off the boys state tournament, and we have a 1-point ball game, 56-55. The number 1 seed Shelton Bulldogs out in front by a point over the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. So Baumgart has it right side now. Weisler for Humphrey St. Francis. Top of the key. Wessel pops the 3, and it rims around and out, but a putback by Zarnik. It was like slow motion for that 3-point attempt. It circled the rim and just popped right out. And so top of the key, here's Romero with the Bulldogs down by 1. Bombeck back to Romero. Top of the key, Simmons. Simmons steps through, dumps it off. Layup, Bombeck, good. It's 58-57, 55 seconds to play. Left side, Wessel. Wessel spins, gets doubled. Blocked by Bombeck, and Bombeck gets the defensive rebound. Up the floor we go. A layup attempt, Myers. It's a 3-point Shelton lead. Humphrey St. Francis with the basketball. 37 on the clock. Baumgart in the lane, dumps it down low. It's deflected, taken away by Gilman. And Shelton will go to the sideline. It'll be a sideline inbound because that's just team foul number 3 on Humphrey St. Francis. And we have a brief 30-second timeout. 33.4 on the game clock. 60-57 your score. We'll step aside. Be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
3.4 on the game clock. Shelton, the number 1 seed, leads by 3 over the 8 seed Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. So if you're Shelton rather, and Will Rotzel, the head coach, you got to think Bombeck's your guy. 30 burger here in the D2 quarterfinals. Bombeck will be the inbounder for Shelton. Full court defensive pressure, as you can imagine. They get the inbound pass in. Simmons draws the foul. That'll be number 4. So it still gives Humphrey St. Francis an opportunity to get a steal or trap and set up their defensive pressure. So a couple of subs here as Zarnik will come out for Humphrey St. Francis. A 30 burger in the first game of the day for Riley Bombeck, inbound pass. They get it into Romero, and now Romero is fouled by number 12, Gavin Geilenkirchen. 60-57 your score. 31 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Romero at the line. First one, no good. This is a game that Shelton led by 10 at the half. Second free throw is good for Romero. It's a 4-point ball game. Here comes Humphrey St. Francis. Baumgart pushing the pace in the lane. Layup blocked. What a block from Myers. Offensive rebound, Humphrey St. Francis. Weisler in the lane. Bump. No bucket, but he is fouled, and Weisler will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. 61-57 your score. First one for Weisler. Hits it. 61-58. 20.8 on the game clock. Weisler, second one. It's back to a 2-point ball game. 61-59. Humphrey St. Francis will start the pressure, and Simmons is fouled on the inbound pass. So now Ashton Simmons will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Number 23, Ashton Simmons.
First one for Simmons is good. Perfect. 62-59, and in between free throws, we have a Humphrey St. Francis timeout. Let's step aside for 60 seconds, come back with the final 20 seconds of the ball game right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
All right, so Ashton Simmons has one more free throw at the line. 62-59. Shelton leads by 3. Simmons takes 2 dribbles, spins it, holds it on his left hip, and fires away, and he hits it at 63-59. 20 seconds on the game clock. Baumgart across the timeline. Baumgart hesitates, kicks it out. Wessel pops the 3 from the corner, unable to hit. Defensive rebound, Simmons, and he is fouled. The Bulldogs are 10 seconds away from surviving, as Simmons will go to the line where he just sank 2 of them and have 2 more with a 4-point lead. Shelton leads 63-59. First one for Simmons is good. Simmons with one more, 64-59. Takes a breath and fires away, and that one rattles around and home. It's 65-59. 10 seconds on the clock. Left side, Wessel fires away, blocked by Bombeck. Bombeck tips it out to Simmons. Simmons with 1 on the clock. He'll try to lay it in at the horn, can't do so. And so your final score, the Shelton Bulldogs 65 and the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers 59. What a game. What a way to start the Class D2 state tournament and the boys state tournament overall, as the number 1 seed Shelton Bulldogs survive and advance with a 6-point win over the Flyers. The player of the game has to be Riley Bombeck. 30 points for the Shelton Bulldogs. Simmons added 12 with some big free throws down the stretch. Ben Myers added 10 for Shelton. And number 22, Jerry Romero, added 8 for the Bulldogs. So the Shelton Bulldogs will survive and advance and face off against the winner of our next game, the Why Not Blue Devils, and their 17-7 mark. They are the 4 seed as they get ready to face off against the 5 seed, the 18-6 St. Mary's Cardinals. Jay Foreman will join me for game 2 of the day. But once again, your final score between the Shelton Bulldogs and the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. Shelton survives 65-59. The 1 seed advances, and they will play the winner of this 4-5 matchup on Friday. That'll do it for us from Pinnacle Bank Arena for a short amount of time. Thanks to Austin Orman back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios for pushing all the buttons. Your final score once again, 65-59. Shelton wins by 6 over the Humphrey St. Francis Flyers. This is Nick Sainert saying so long. We'll talk to you in less than 20 minutes from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Class D2 action right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go